Hey, welcome back to No Jumper News. It's Adam22 featuring my co-host AD. Let's get right into these stories. So there's been a lot of talk about the BET Hip Hop Awards this week, especially about the decision fans are claiming BET got wrong. Many people are discussing Meg Thee Stallion's Artist of the Year win over Lil Baby, arguing that Lil Baby was robbed in the category, suggesting that Meg only won because of her shooting incident this summer. Despite Lil Baby winning the Impact Song Award with The Bigger Picture, fans are believing that he deserves better and insist that he should have won Album of the Year over Roddy Ricch. One fan tweeted, "If Lil Baby ain't win Album of the Year, that shit scripted." He retweeted the fan's post and later made an Instagram post to set the record straight about how he felt, writing, "I like getting millions, I ain't tripping about awards." DaBaby, who unfortunately was robbed for all 12 of the hip hop awards he was nominated for, didn't seem too bothered about the loss either. In the comments he wrote, "You hear me," including the laughing, crying emoji. Roddy Ricch, on the other hand, took home a few awards, winning in two significant categories, Album of the Year and Song of the Year. He took to Twitter to show his appreciation for the wins and acknowledge his fans, album and Song of the Year. I appreciate all of my fans to infinity. Y'all the greatest. First thing I want to say is that I think Meg Thee Stallion or Lil Baby would both be great examples of the Artist of the Year. I think that they're both, certainly up there. I can definitely understand where the fans are coming from, because as much as Meg has been a fan favorite, when you look at Lil Baby, I mean, he's just had like a ridiculous number of huge songs. He's like the go-to feature guy right now. Like, his success in terms of sales and stuff has just been absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what kind of criteria BET is making these decisions on. I mean, Meg definitely earns credit just for being a woman, not to mention getting shot in the foot. Obviously, there's probably a lot of people who are, looking for a reason to throw her some accolades at this moment in time just because of those things. I do think that Lil Baby would be probably a better example, but at the same time, I always get surprised, and you could tell me if I'm totally tripping, but I always get surprised when I see people really seeming like they care about who wins these awards, because myself personally, I had never been invested in who they were picking to win awards. Like, I never paid attention to the BET Awards. I remember watching maybe the MTV Music Awards like a year or two out of my life. I never watched the Grammys or anything. From your perspective, do the streets care about who's winning BET Artist of the Year?
Yeah,
really,
they do. It's like
fascinating.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was last year. It was a big outrage that I think Lizzo won Best R&B Artist or something like that. So it's like, it's black entertainment. So this is supposed to be our people, and they're giving us awards. Yeah, we take that seriously. Like, BT Awards is super serious.
Right, I guess I was just kind of in the dark as a pasty Caucasian man.
No, but you also say that you didn't care about the Grammys either. So
I never got into the award show, because you know what it is for me is that the music I really like has always been the music that wasn't super popular, and maybe that has kind of changed because now, like, our way of decoding and understanding what music is super popular, like, it's easy for the fans to look and say Lil Baby has sold more, had bigger songs, etc., than Meg Thee Stallion, who realistically, I don't want to shade her or anything, but if you were to break down her big songs over the course of the past year, I think you're gonna have Savage, and then like a lot of songs that are like 10% as big as Savage. Whereas with Lil Baby, like, he's really had so many massive songs that it's almost impossible to even really think about. I guess I'm just so used to thinking that they were definitely always gonna get it wrong that I've just never expected them to get it right.
I know what they got right though.
What?
Roddy winning his awards.
Yeah, his album got Album of the Year.
That was definitely Album of the Year.
Right.
And it's Compton, bro. I'm biased when it comes to that, but I really feel, without being biased or anything, I really feel Roddy deserved that. This is his first album. He came in the game. The Box was like the #1 song for. He beat 50's record, or he tied 50 Cent's record or something like that.
Undeniably one of the biggest songs of our recent memory.
Yes, huge.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel the fans, and I like that the fans are having such a voice here, but I mean, yeah, it's just hard for me to even believe that people ever expected anyone to get the award show thing right. I got to do some more investigation, because I don't even know how they pick this. They probably have like a big old panel, right?
I don't know. But DaBaby,
we got to get you on there. That's all I know.
Listen, get AD on the freestyle next year. How about that? Ooh. I'm gonna hold it down for us.
In other DaBaby news, it's being reported that DaBaby is a loud and problematic neighbor. 31 calls have been placed to the Troutman police, including 14 instances of burglar alarms going off, 4 noise complaints, and at least 2 domestic arguments. According to the Charlotte Ledger, neighbors have been anonymously making complaints about construction at DaBaby's estate, about the new guard towers, a concrete wall, and what they say are bright bright stadium-style lights. His neighbors say that they can tell when he's home because his stadium lights are on at night, and shiny black Escalades and other cars driving in and out of the property. One neighbor stated 100 cars a day are driving by to take photos. None of the neighbors are claiming that they met him in person, but they certainly know who he is. Another neighbor said that she noticed this summer that guards were sitting outside in their Escalade and they actually had guns, rightfully so. She also added, this is a very friendly neighborhood, so having someone down there to have guards up and not speaking to nobody is just kind of weird. Big shout out to the baby's neighbors because they are not feeling this. Personally, I mean, I guess that's kind of the problem with staying in the area that you live at if you live in an area that's not used to housing famous rappers, because I feel like there's a lot of areas in Calabasas and whatnot where you could be running around and have a house and have 100 SUVs stopping by the house every day and people wouldn't be tripping that hard. North Carolina, you know, J. Cole ain't living like that. J. Cole, he probably don't got that many people coming over.
I don't think so.
And there's a pretty short list of rappers from this area that are actually having that level of fandom. And that sounded like one of the biggest problems is they said that there's 100+ people driving by just to take photos.
Probably every day.
And DaBaby is not scared to beat the shit out of somebody.
No, he is not.
So you know, like if you ever been around DaBaby or you seen how he moves these days, like he's moving right. Like the people around him, he's got guys. Like you're not gonna get one over on DaBaby. And it's a shame that the neighbors are not feeling this, because that's how he, you know, some of this sounds like, okay, he might be partying a little bit too much and it's understandable that the neighbors aren't feeling it. But then part of it also sounds like they're annoyed by him just protecting himself. Him having guards with guns by the doors and shit. I mean, how could he not? He'd be ignorant to not have that level of protection.
He's doing it, like you said, he's doing everything right.
Right.
What he's supposed to be doing. And I just feel the neighbors, they want somebody to say hi to them. They probably want to bring him a fruit pie or something.
Ooh,
Is that what neighbors bring now still?
White ones? Yeah. That's what we do. You see a new
That's
neighbor
what we
moving
do.
to town? Here, I made you this fruit cake. It is what it is.
Oh, I said fruit pie, my bad.
Aren't they both good?
I never
Is
had
there even a difference? I don't know.
like fruit pie.
No, I heard people making fun of fruitcakes. Like that was a term. Like I've heard people call you a fruitcake, and
No, you have not.
no, but then I finally had fruitcake. Shit was gas. I'm like, why are they besmirching the name of the fruitcake my whole life? Fruitcake was fire. But anyway, I feel like probably really the problem with DaBaby is I think he might be at a weird thing where he's making so much more money than he was making a year or two ago, but he hasn't necessarily decided like, all right, I'm going to get a whole different house. Like, cause he sounds like he needs a compound or maybe he needs to do the Drake move and buy the neighbor's house or a couple of neighbors' houses.
I think if they move out, he'll do that.
Yeah.
And add on to it with the bright lights.
Yeah.
And they said they turn the lights on all night.
Yeah, the floodlights.
You know them neighbors is nosy.
Probably just shooting some hoops in the backyard or something. When you talk about the floodlights, it's like he's probably just doing regular backyard shit. He's probably having a little barbecue, have a few girls over, and they just don't understand. They're tripping. That's why if you're a rapper, you need to live in an area with other rappers.
True.
Facts. Okay, and final story. Bhad Bhabie is making headlines again. She debuted a new boyfriend on social media, and now people are debating if a 20-year-old should date a 17-year-old. She shared a photo of herself and her boyfriend posing in front of a mirror. One Instagram user commented saying he looks a bit old, causing many people to begin discussing the man's age. The Shade Room spotted the comments and shared it to their Instagram account. Bhad Bhabie decided to jump in the comments to defend her relationship, clapping back at people saying that her new man looks too old. He's 20, I'm 17, ain't nothing wrong with 3 years, so relax. In a second comment, she wrote, half y'all mamas be 35 and y'all daddies be 50, so STFU.
True.
In August, she teased her new relationship by posting a photo of herself walking side by side with a man on the beach with the caption, we ain't gonna clear up none of these rumors cause you got my trust. Thank you very, very much for tuning in with us today. I'm Adam22. This is AD. Please do us a favor, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll be back next week.
And eat some fruit pie.
Let's do one of these. Pow!